We can bullshit for the first little bit, and I'll cut it because why not? Power of editing, right? So.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Can make anyone say anything. Yeah. Well, Uncle Hack, just to introduce the man who needs no introduction, Uncle Hack, thanks for joining us.
Anytime, boys.
Via remote connection today because one of us has coronavirus. Don't know who yet, but
Yeah, one out of the
It's a
three
crack.
does. So
Yeah. And you can get your odds at Bodog right now on since we can't gamble on sports.
bet888.com. Yeah.
holy fuck, that's actually a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, I mean, we were saying before the show, just talking about the what everyone's talking about. I guess let's entertain the conspiracy theory side of things.
Right off the
What have
bat.
you guys heard about that?
I don't know. It's crazy to think, man. That's like everybody's in such a mad panic. Like it's so eerie downtown. I went downtown for lunch the other day, and like the servers at Earl's have like black latex gloves on, and it's just like, man, like you're just adding to the mass hysteria already. Like holy,
Yeah,
you're kidding.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. And it you know what? I don't know. Are you guys big comedy fans?
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Remember Bill Burr's big rant about how the highways are clear and everything? It's just like that. It's like you can get anywhere you need to be. It's fucking, but it's crazy.
Man. You try to go shopping for groceries or?
Oh, I went yesterday. What a mistake. I should have waited till like an hour before close.
Yeah. I think over the next couple of days it'll die down, but it was hectic, man. People just running around, just believing everything that's going on. So it's very interesting. What did I hear the other day about? Like Italy's just shut the entire country down or something, and they're actually arresting people in the streets if they're out of their house.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's I think it's a year to 12 years prison sentence if you're found to be positive with the virus and out of your house.
Wow,
for
really?
homicide.
Shit.
For homicide, bro.
Wow.
That's like what the charge is? Wow. What's
Yeah,
but because don't they have a curfew in Italy too, right?
I think so. So, yeah, man. So it's bonkers, man. It's I don't know. We're literally living history right now. So it's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, we're okay because grandparents had to go fight in a war, and we had to stay home and sit on our couch. This is our generational defining moment. So,
yeah, everybody live streaming and playing video games as the world's burning behind them.
Yeah, we're fucking part of the problem, I guess.
Yeah, that's all right. I'd rather add to it than not be a part of it.
We're contributing, doing our part, really. So, so I'm kind of curious, because I came across your videos like 2 or 3 years ago. I want to say like a while ago, honestly. And we were doing our research, 5 minutes before the show started. So I went back and went to your YouTube and went to your oldest video. But in that video, whatever it was, you were kind of referring to people as danger cats already. So like, it makes me believe, and this is a long wind of asking, like, when did you kind of start the whole thing?
So initially when I started this whole like danger cat thing, I was trying to, it's kind of when that first, when oil kind of hit the shitter and people were taking wage cuts, I was part of that. So I was like,
okay.
I need to like sustain myself or like think of the future. And I've always wanted to do something on the internet. So I tried creating a business where I would manage social media for people. And I just called it DC Media because for a joke for the longest time, some of the videos you've probably seen a guy, Tanner Bozer, UFC fighter right now.
Right. Yeah.
He was in there, and when I first moved up here, I was hanging out with him and training in the same gyms as him and shit. So we kind of became friends, and I just started calling him a danger cat for some reason, and then just kind of I then called DC Media was what I was trying to do with the social media management, and then What I did was go and like offer services for free for a few businesses, like a local gym in St. Albert, and then I was just about to get a contract with a dental office, and
Cool.
then
Huh.
I didn't like it as much. It's just more like I'm working for somebody rather than myself. It felt like, and I was putting a lot of energy into it, and people weren't really receptive to the idea. And then just one day I got somebody in our friend circle recommended doing like YouTube videos because I was ranting about an Oiler game, and history made itself.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I mean, maybe these days a little better, but back then there was a lot of content the Oilers would just to be said about them, right? So.
Oh, they're just so shitty. They're just so shitty.
And you were obviously an oil field guy, so obviously that's over and done with now, hey?
Yeah. I do this full time now. I do Danger Cats, and then me and another guy started a business as well called Vision Commerce Group, where we go in and we do all the merchandising rights for brands or YouTubers. Anybody with any kind of social influence, will offer them a merch deal, and we take care of customer service, shipping, receiving, and also design of the product as well.
Really? That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like warehousing space and stuff like that, or?
We do, yeah. So it's a small kind of shipping department right now, and we get it printed locally and then source our products as best as we can. I'm not so much in that department. I do more of the creative for the business. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. So, would you say you almost, because one thing when anyone has like a big following, I'm always curious because there's all kinds of books and gurus and shit out there that's like, do this, this, and this, and monetize it this way. Were you someone who read a book or read a blog post, or did you kind of stumble upon it, or kind of a mix of all of the above? Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I know what you're asking. It's kind of a mix. Like, obviously, like I like to read, so I was reading a lot of books of like, the $40 startup and like those types of books. So
okay,
it was finding something that I wanted to do, and then like see if I can make it a sustainable living, and like kind of turn that side hustle, like they say, into like a full-time job. And but for the most part, with the content and everything, I just kind of took pieces of like, I don't know, everything I like. Like I like old school wrestling, hockey, and like kind of redneck shit. I grew up in a small town and like crushing beers with your buddies, and somehow found a way to monetize it.
Awesome, man. That's a dream to say the least. Right? I think so.
Yeah, it was crazy. It felt like for like I did videos for a year, and then we did the merchandising, and then that year it was like crazy because it was like people were just paying me money to go show up and get drunk. It's not a healthy living. I don't recommend it for people, but it's like every weekend I'm shit faced and just being an absolute idiot.
That's awesome, but getting paid to do it, I guess, right? So
at the end of the day, yeah, I can't bitch.
Awesome, man. So go ahead, Josh.
I was just gonna ask, are you an Alberta boy then, or?
Yeah, I grew up in Tabor, Alberta.
Okay, very familiar. Yeah. Corn.
Yes. Yeah.
I've seen some trucks around with that name on it or something.
Yeah, especially around like August, September.
What's so like why Edmonton area? Just,
like why did I come up here?
Yeah.
I got a job offer in, I think it was 2014, 2015, to come up here and be a junior pipeline operator out in Fort Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, yeah, then I moved up, and then 2 years ago we kind of like when the oil kind of took a plunge, we had the company I worked for had to make a tough decision, and we didn't get our contract renewed. So I just decided that I'm gonna stay up here and keep plugging away at whatever the fuck it is I'm trying to do.
Yeah. So is that like when you went full time with it, would you say?
Yeah, it was because I sat down with some guys and I'm like, well, we got two decisions here. Either we go for it and see if we can make this into something, or I got to find work either way. And it was either stay here, give this a go, or I had a few lines in the water to go either back home or to Dawson Creek, which I didn't want to go to either of those places.
Yeah, shout out to our listeners in Dawson Creek, but
I did a 2-week hitch there, and that was enough for me.
I know a couple buddies that are definitely in that field or were in that field, and I think the shelf life is about 5 years, and they're like, I got to get the fuck out.
I believe it.
Yeah.
One thing I was curious about, man, like, just with your videos, like you're pretty well known and like maybe some would call it controversial. Have you had any issues with your accounts getting like shadow banned or anything?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, because I went, like, I follow you, but I went to look at the Danger Cats Instagram, and I think I had to type in like the full handle exactly, or it didn't show up for me.
Yeah, we put some pretty controversial shit up there. Obviously, like, stuff gets reported lots. Like, I don't know. I think it's funny. Some people don't, but the content we kind of throw up can be. It just depends what side of the coin you sit on, I guess.
For sure.
Maybe a little bit. So you made that video about the financial advice for guys in the oil field. I watched that today. I was like, that's fucking genius. Was that just about as you were getting out the door, or was that you were still in...
that I just did, like, off the top of my head. I was just thinking of, like, shit one day, and like my dad is like live or die by the oil fields. He's like a rigger to death. So like I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, what is every stupid purchase this man has made? And just to put it into a video. I thought it was me and my buddies just like, I got another guy that works with us too, and he's an ex-oil guy too. So I was like, what's some of the dumbest shit you bought with your money, or what's some stupid, like, stereotypical shit that oil field guys do?
Okay. What's the dumbest shit you've ever heard?
Fuck, man. The dumbest thing I've ever heard was some fucking kid, like, 2 weeks in, he was like, I can't remember what he's doing. He was like a laborer out on a pipeline, but he went and financed like a $110,000 truck at, like, by the time he was done with everything, went and like got himself like a 30-foot trailer that was a toy hauler, and and then I think he went and bought like a quad too after it. It's like, nice. Man, you were so dumb. And I don't know the kid personally, but I'm pretty sure he got laid off like quite a way, like 6 months, 7 months down the road.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
Oh, shit.
Man, I know.
That's straight stereotyping.
Yeah,
yeah, it's amazing what guys think pussy will, what they'll do to try and get some pussy. It's
oh, man.
Or is that too offside for you guys' podcast?
No. Okay,
so.
We're I usually mention this at the start because people ask, but we're marked explicit and all that. So swear away the raunchier the stories, the better, just because, you know, it gets the clicks and views, right? So don't hold back on our account. So
fair enough. Yeah.
We're also probably of the similar political persuasions, so
just reading between the lines. But so like you have your own podcast. You have a couple podcasts kind of on the Danger Cats world or platform, if you will, right?
Yeah, we did have another one. Like, I have mine, and then we were kind of doing one with some strippers here in Edmonton. But we just kind of it kind of went away.
Okay.
It was just tough, like another project to take on. And it was just like a conscious decision just to be like, sorry guys, like we got to kind of cut this. Maybe we'll revisit it in the future again, but for right now, we just I just didn't have the time to put into their shit and mine. So yeah, but we got some other guys too that are looking to do some podcasts as well. We're talking with a couple ex-military vets. Actually, the guy was, I don't know if you remember that video that went pretty viral about the guy calling out Trudeau, and he was this Canadian soldier that got his leg blown off while he was in Afghanistan.
That rings a bell. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brock Blazchik, and he has a few ex-military guys too that got some pretty crazy stories, and just like have or some veterans on the show with them. So they're just kind of getting that all kind of going, and then I'll give them a hand going, and we'll probably kind of cross promo with them. So
excellent. What was the one with the strippers called again? Was it
Peeler's Podcast?
Peeler's Podcast. Yeah. I was curious actually, because I actually listened to a decent amount of those. I don't know, they were pretty entertaining. So but I don't think there's been a new one in a while. So I mean,
no, probably
schedules
like
and all
6
that,
months,
right?
7 months.
Damn. I mean, it was probably pretty fun while it lasted. So this was pretty good. So.
Yeah, God bless the strip clubs.
Yeah, I was just reading on your site here, strip club etiquette for a first timer. This is good shit.
Yeah, I put a lot of thought into it.
I mean, and it's a public service, really. Like there's probably some good advice in there. So
100%. You know, it's something the general public needs to know. Who doesn't love a good titty bar?
Which one's your favorite in Edmonton or area?
My favorite strip club ever?
Sure, ever. We'll do ever.
Yeah,
That's better. That's better than Edmonton.
Before the Top Hat and Lethbridge changed locations, that was like our number one go-to spot. We would go there. It was just such a shithole, and like me and like 20 guys from my hometown would go there every fucking weekend before we'd actually go out, and we'd sit in the strip club for like 4 hours. It was the first one I went to. My favorite one though is always entertaining. Is like BB's Dollhouse in Redcliff. It's just a shit show.
In where's that? Sorry.
Redcliff, Alberta, just outside of Medicine Hat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They don't allow stripping in Medicine Hat, so they just Redcliff was smart, seen opportunity, figured, hey, let's throw up a shitty hotel strip club.
That's some surprising shit if I've ever heard any.
The dirtier and greasier it looks on the outside, it's more intriguing to me. If it looks too fancy, it's not up my alley.
Yeah. No, this isn't a good spot. Yeah.
Didn't like fucking Diamond shut down in Edmonton or something?
Burned down. Yeah.
Burned down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still I drive past it sometimes on Gateway there, and like the construction fence is still like up around it. So I think it's still a work in process. So
yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
What's the title of this podcast?
Yeah.
R.I.P. Diamonds.
Yeah. Because I don't think Josh.
Oh, did you freeze on me?
But you haven't been to a strip club, have you?
Nope, never in my life.
Oh, buddy. You know what? Shut this fucking podcast down. I don't know. I don't know about this guy.
Yeah, man. I don't even know if they're going to be open over the next little bit. So, fuck, I might die with
you're going to be buying virtual lap dances with them VR goggles.
Yeah, exactly. Throwing tokens all over the
place. That's actually, speaking of industries that will probably have an uptick. MFC and all that is probably off the charts.
Yeah.
These next couple of weeks.
MFC, like
my free cams.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, everybody's gonna be clocking in them OnlyFans dollars.
Dude, Pornhub Premium is free in Italy right now.
You know what? Respect to Pornhub.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Honestly, Now just set my VPN to Italy and
Away you go.
Oh shit. Damn. Oh fuck. I had a question for you.
Do you still UFC fight, by the way? Because I saw that like in your early stuff on Instagram, you had some posts like in the ring.
Yeah. I fought for how long did I fight? Fuck. I had 10 pro fights, 10 pro mixed martial arts fights, and then one kickboxing and one amateur. Okay. I don't train currently right now, but I should get back into it and do something with my time rather than sit in front of a fucking computer. But no, like awesome. A lot of my buddies are like a lot of my friends here in the city are like some of the top prospects coming out of Canada. Like, Bozer's #1 heavyweight in Canada right now and got himself into the UFC, which is phenomenal. And like another good friend of mine, Teddy Ash, is like, I think he's ranked #2 middleweight, maybe even #1 right now, but he's a title holder in two divisions here. And yeah, like a lot of my buddies are big into it. And I don't, but to answer your question, no, I don't train anymore. When was my last fight? I think 2016 was my last fight. 2017, maybe.
Yep. What division were you in?
I fought lightweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, I walked around roughly about, I think I walked around 172, 173, and cut to 155.
Right. Okay. So it's like all right. Conor McGregor fought in that division, right?
Yeah, Conor McGregor fought. Yeah, he's fought featherweight, lightweight, and now welterweight.
Which is pretty fucking crazy to think about.
Oh man, those are huge jumps, man. Especially those fucking welterweights. Did I say middleweight or welterweight?
What are the other? I think you said welterweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fought 3 divisions. That's insane. Especially like to fluctuate your body like that is just crazy.
That's insane. Yeah, it's so crazy. Did you do most of your fighting out of Alberta, or was it?
What league would that be? Yeah, what league would that be?
I've only fought in 3 promotions here, just in Alberta. Rumble in the Cage out of Lethbridge was where. Pardon me.
Oh, sorry. I was asking what league, but I think if that's the right word to use, but I think my thing delayed here. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I only fought for 3 promotions, and then I can't remember what the one out of Red Deer was. It shut down. I fought once in Red Deer, and then one for Unified here in Edmonton.
Okay. Is that at the River Cree, I think, or?
Yeah. They were still having it at the Capilano Center when I fought for them, though. Yeah, I can't remember. It was, yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. That was... oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, just because I saw some earlier stuff. I fucking did my research. I scrolled through the Instagram feed just right to the beginning and just went right down, So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. No, it was fun times. I met some pretty rad people through all that. So it was like, I don't regret it one bit. Maybe the CTE. Maybe that's why I'm so fucked up, but other than that.
That's the hits to the head, right?
Yeah, all the concussions, and luckily I didn't sustain too many injuries. I only got my nose broken once, and it was training.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I got my nose broken 2 weeks prior to my first professional fight, and it was like my coach was like, "Well," and it was the first MMA card they were ever holding in my hometown of Tabor at the hockey rink there. So he's like, "Well, you got two options, man. You drop out of the fight, or you just say, fucking give your nuts a tug and go fight this guy." I'm like, oh, fuck, man, I can't be a bitch in front of my whole hometown. And like, you're putting me in a tough spot. So I said, fuck it, and just did it.
Yeah, shit. Was your nose still kind of broke?
It was probably about halfway healed.
Is he lagging for you? Like he's lagging for me?
Did you catch that too, where it was like,
Yeah, I got yeah.
That's gonna be some good energy. That's gonna be a fucking clip.
God, it's gonna be great. Fuck sakes. There's too many people using the internet at this time.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's going down, man. Which is What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, that's a line straight from Letterkenny there. Give your balls a tug.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it was crazy. Luckily, I won, and he didn't tag me. My whole game plan was to get in and take him down, get on top, and just hope to God that he didn't tag me. And thank God he didn't, because that would have fucking hurt. My nose would have just exploded right in front of me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Shit. Oh man, yeah. I mean, yeah. Props to you, man. That's it's a tough sport.
It's a grind for sure. Yeah.
Were you a hockey player when you were younger? Or?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I only played up till midget, and then when I moved up here, I came in. I played senior AA for 2 seasons for Tofield, and then that's about my peak. Yeah, I didn't go any. I didn't play no juniors or not even junior B or nothing. But I did, yeah, just minor hockey.
Okay. I was wondering because if you were one of the fucking fighters on the team or something like that.
Oh, well, I wouldn't call it I was a fighter. I was really good at getting beat up. I just did all this stupid shit, and then I'd hope to God that one of the bigger guys would clean up my mess.
Good shit. I was a goalie, so I just fucking spectated. So
yeah, exactly.
I was a guy taking a 100-yard sprint at you from the fucking center line.
Yeah. Well, speaking of guys starting shit, Josh would egg it on and then just wait for the D-man or whatever to come in and back him up. So
Good on.
Yeah, it's a good get out of jail free card, really. So that's a goal.
Axe to the back of the fucking leg, and the nut shot in between. They're trying to screen you. Yeah, bro.
Sharpen the heel of your stick a little bit so you can really get in there.
Yeah. As soon as I felt a few taps, I made it look like I tripped, and then I'd throw an elbow at you. And hope to God it landed, and then pray to God I didn't get the shit kicked out of me.
You're 28?
29.
29. Okay, fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe we might have crossed paths. I'm 2 years younger, so.
Yeah, baby. What did you play?
I played out of the west end of Edmonton, club. I played CAC through midget, and then I actually played junior B out in Strathcona.
Oh, did you? Did you play with a guy named, or did you play? Yeah, is that the Bruins?
That is the Bruins, yeah.
Did you play with a guy named Tyson Wright?
That sounds very familiar. I think he actually aged out the year that I was going in.
Oh, okay,
I want to say.
Yeah. I played senior with him, and then the guy Justin Wood, the Berube boys.
Okay.
Who else? The Tessiers. Do you remember them from Beaumont?
No. Did you ever play with Wackledon? Maybe.
No.
Okay. It's a small fucking world, so I'm just throwing names out there,
Yeah, somebody knows somebody somewhere.
100%. That's how it is. So how many of you guys are in the Danger Cats? I guess obviously you're the founder, but
yeah, it sounds like you have a bit of a team with you.
It's more so like the Vision Commerce Group kind of guys now. Before we did, my buddy Brody filmed a lot of shit for us, like the really fancy stuff that you see, we decided to go out one summer and just film this series called 9 Lives, and then he did all that. And then that's pretty much it. Is we got 3 guys in our office right now, and then another dude that runs our warehouse. So it's a decent sized crew, but right now it's just me doing the content and just keeping that afloat and filming and recording as much as I can, or doing the podcast. I'd like to get more into podcasting. I that's what I enjoy the most, I would say. Mm-hmm. So, and it's a little easier on the body than going out and fucking drunk and doing stupid shit. I'm getting too old to do that. I shouldn't say that. I still enjoy it, but I want to do it on my own time instead of making myself look even more retarded on the internet.
Yeah, it's a unique thing where a lot of your the big days, big nights out are recorded and put out there, right? So.
Oh man, yeah. I'm just waiting for like something even dumber to come out that I don't even know exists right now.
Yeah, you never know.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching. I think it was that Nine Lives. I'm pretty sure it was. It was like a mud fest, like mud bog kind of thing in Saskatchewan somewhere. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that was a really good time. A lot of the guy that runs it's a good dude. Al Benasaki's his name, and he does like these things. Works with like Trucks Gone Wild and shit. So it was pretty rad to get out there. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, no, it looked pretty crazy. I mean, it was. I looked up the town it was in. I had never ever heard of it.
Right? Dude, it's just like in the middle of a pasture. It's like outlaw rules. You just kind of fucking do whatever you want. The only rule is don't fight or you get kicked out. And it's
pretty
just
fair,
trucks going all day long, man. 3 a.m, there's fucking motors revving. 2 p.m, it just doesn't quit. Guys are just fucking loaded for 3 days, just hitting mud pits. It's hilarious.
What was the town name? I missed it.
Waldron.
What the fuck?
Shout out Waldron, Saskatchewan, right? It's in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Waldron. Fuck's sakes. Is that like 4 people or what?
Pretty fucking much. That's all you're getting out of there, man. There was Waldron. I don't even know what to compare it to up here. It's like maybe like a Vegreville.
You ever been to fucking Mayerthorpe, maybe?
Yeah. It's something similar to that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's like 23 houses in the entire city. You can walk past it in like 10 minutes if you want, or.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I actually kind of wish I got the fucking small town experience, to be honest with you, man.
I grew up in a town. How many people would have been in my town? About 7,000 people, and it was pretty fun. Like it gets boring, but like you got to make your own fun. So it's like when moving up here, it was like, man, there's so much to do. And then when I'd hear like somebody like, oh man, there's nothing to fucking do. It's like, what are you talking about? You're retarded. It's like my hometown has 3 bars. One's for the old boys that go and sit and drink beer. The young guys don't go there. The other one is the rowdy house, and the other one's a karaoke bar. So we bought between those two all night long. You walk like 50 feet, and you're at a new bar. Oh, no one's here. Let's go back to the Oilmans. And you go back there. Oh, no one's here either. I heard so-and-so's having a house party, and he's just lighting shit on fire and jumping the fucking pit with his 50. So like, let's go over there. It's like, it's just like, it was the funniest shit ever.
God damn it.
Oh, man. Yeah, one of the funniest stories, man, is that one of my dumbass buddies was like having this party, and he bought a new chainsaw because he came back from Fort Mac, had all this money, and he bought a dirt bike and a chainsaw. So they just started cutting like everything down in his backyard to light it on fire. And the other idiot was doing a catwalk down the street on his bike and forgot that he called his old man. His old man's coming to pick him up, and he put the fucking dirt bike into the side of the car and just like sent himself over it.
Oh.
It's like, you guys are fucking idiots.
Man,
fuck, man.
You
don't even have to work for content.
Yeah, honestly. Have you been on the other side of that story ever though?
Me getting hurt?
Yeah.
Man.
Call it danger cat-esque stunts or whatever you want to.
Oh fuck, dude, 100%. Like the whole jumping through tables and shit, like we were doing that just for fun back in the day with the handy cam. I'm trying to think of like what's some stupid shit that we did. Like, I thought it was a funny idea one time to show up. Like there was a abandoned house we always used to go to and party. And we were first off, my buddy got drafted, so we were having a party at his. I was friends with his brother, and we were having this party, and we're hammered. And his brother like looked at me and says, I've had like probably about $400-500 worth of fireworks in my fucking room. What do you say we just like fucking light her off in town just to celebrate? Well, the first one got shot off, but we were hammered walking to the bar, and it turned into a firework war from the walk downtown, from his house to the bar down there. And all you could just see is this fucking dudes getting lit up. So we saved one more. And we saved one more for this house party, like out at this abandoned house. And my buddy was pissing, and he thought he's being real fucking deadly, like standing there with his ass out. I was like, give me that fucking thing. And like started shooting him in the ass in it. You could see his cheeks, man, just going, "Hoo!" every time he got hit. Yeah, that was probably that's the first one to come to mind. You could just like some poor old bastards watching like Matlock at like 11, and here's my stupid fucking buddy on his front lawn just digging in this, some gnarly firework that's just shooting down the street and sparkling, and fucking guys are just casualties of war.
That's awesome. Yeah, should have had the camera.
Oh yeah, we were way too hammered to even think of that. That's in the flip phone era.
Oh damn! All right.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah. Honestly, I mean, there's a bit of a beauty to that you know, those moments weren't captured, so they don't come back to bite you down the road. You know.
Yeah, no kidding. Now it's just kind of hearsay. You can downplay it or upplay it as much as you want.
Yeah, exactly. Could be the shittiest story ever. No one else knows, right?
Oh, yeah. We were fucking idiots. We used to do this thing when we were like probably like 16, 17, and we'd call them terror runs through the town. So you go and there's not a bunch of police there, so we just light a dumpster on fire on one edge of town and sprint as far as we could the other one and just start fucking shit up. So that way we kind of cause a mad panic. And there in the Tabor Times, there's this little section that has like all the crime that went on. And so we'd have battles to see which team could get in the fucking crime section the most with the bullshit that we do.
The fucking Tabor Times crime report.
Oh, dude, some of the shit that was in there, you'd read something, you'd look and be like, who did that? And the fucking one guy would kind of be like, oh, I think I did. That. Okay, point awarded.
You have a video on your Instagram where I think, is it like White Aber or something? You are absolutely plastered, and you walk next to this guy, and I don't even know what you're saying. It's completely unintelligible, but it's like
dilly dilly.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
that's the fucking one.
Man, yeah, that was a heater. I was by myself too. Like nobody was with me. I don't know what I was doing. I just remember that morning waking up and being like looking around my little condo and like, what the fuck there's like shoes in the ceiling fan and like puke all over my bathroom. I'm like, what in the fuck? What is wrong with you? Like, why are you the way you are, man? Like, Christ. And then I'm like going through my phone and like, I'm like looking at this video. I'm like, oh my God, man. Like, fuck me. I watched that and I died laughing, sent it to the group chat, and the boys were just killing themselves. They're like, who were you with? I was like, just that guy, just some dude on the street looking for weed.
And that was last week, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad that one's in the past.
That's funny. Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate no one was there to give you a little context of like, oh man, you're so wild.
I think it's Hack. I think it's time to go home, buddy.
Yeah. Sometimes you need a friend to rein things in, but yeah, I remember seeing that one just the other day.
Yeah, we never been shy of a good time.
Respect.
I'm gonna link that one for sure. Fuck.
Yeah, that was a doozy. So now,
yeah,
that's why I can see why they don't like these small town kids in the big city. don't know how to act accordingly.
True. That's yeah, that I could understand that. Yeah. Josh, what do we have for time here?
I think we're at like 40-ish minutes here.
Cool. You boys want to take a quick pause here?
Sure.
All right.
Oh. Yeah, just on the break here, he and I were talking because on their website he has a review of the Top Hat Strip Club, which is his favorite in the land. However, the date on it is January 27th, 2021. So he's coming from the future.
Fly that shit.
How do you even write this content a lot of the time? It's just like, this is great shit.
Oh man, I don't know. That's how my brain operates. I can't. I don't even know what to explain it. Somebody, what did I get asked the other day? She's like, where do you get your sense of humor? And I'm like, I honestly don't know. I've never thought of that. And I was like, she's like, you fucking laugh at a lot of dark shit. I'm like, oh fuck, man. There's nothing we can do about it. Like, fuck, people die. Like, fuck. Some people die in a hilarious way. That's just the way it goes. Doesn't bother. I mean, like, maybe I shouldn't say some of the things I say, but fuck, everybody's thinking it.
Very true.
You ever thought about doing like stand-up or something like that?
Funny you ask. I just did my first open mic on not this past Sunday, the Sunday before, and I've been going to open mics here in the city and been writing my own material and giving it a go. Yeah.
How'd it go? How'd the first one go?
I was like really nervous. I didn't show it, but I was like nervous inside. I didn't want to flub my words, or if my fucking jokes didn't hit. I was just overthinking it too much. So I think my buddy said it went okay, but I think that was just like a positive reinforcement. I got a few laughs out of some of my jokes, so I said if I can make like 4 people laugh, I consider that a win, because I was going to be naive and think like, oh, I'm going to go in there and just kill that room, man. That's what's that? Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna ask what room was it?
I went to Empress Ale House there on Sunday, and then did another one at Grindstone Theater here in Edmonton too on Wednesday night.
Good stuff. Nice. Yeah, we've had a few comedians on, and I don't know, we're local comic fans, I guess, or supporters, or whatever the hell you want to say. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I'm hoping to that's definitely like a career choice. I'd love to go down, and I've always wanted to do it. And then finally I just sacked up and said, fuck, write some jokes. I spent a month writing jokes and then just going over them and get a little baked and then read it again, see if it's funny, and then go back. And then if it wasn't, like change some words. So definitely took like a more solid approach rather than try and jump into it. But it's definitely something I wish I would have tried a lot earlier, because that's something I've always like really wanted to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nice, man. That's awesome. So so you got over the hump of it, and it wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't. Like a lot of like one of my jokes was I wrote a joke about the term coming out of the closet and how I think it's unfair that the rest of the queer community doesn't have terms for them, so I made up my own, and yeah, that one got some laughs, and like one of them was the one that I really got people where they were like, oh fuck, man, is for lesbians, it's like coming out of the dining room for the sole reason that not because of like eating pussy and like I've just never seen a skinny lesbian. And like the whole room went like, whoa, fuck.
Ooh.
Yeah. So my approach is a little more brass, I guess, and a little more punchy.
There was something about an unfinished basement I think I saw on Instagram.
Yeah. For the transsexuals, it's coming out of the unfinished basement.
Oh man.
That shit works in Alberta for sure.
Oh yeah.
Sure. I mean,
actually, there's a transsexual after that. I told the like I didn't use that joke on Wednesday, but I told them this is the one I wrote, and they're like, "That's fucking actually really funny. You should have said that one." I'm like, "Oh, well, I got the nod. I got the nod.
You got
so
the nod.
good.
You got the nod." Shit. I mean, that's kind of comedy's probably the last forefront where it's totally encouraged to kind of say almost whatever, I would say, right? So.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Plus, if you can mock like all this stupid shit that's going around, and I think it's the best form. Like you listen to like some of the greats talk, and it's just like, man, like you couldn't be more correct. Like George Carlin, I can listen to him all day, every day. He's one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah. It's pretty, and his stuff's from like quite a while ago. Hey, like and applies or predicted a lot of things, I think so.
And still applicable to this age.
Yeah. I like Patrice O'Neill too, for like kind of like an older school guy that I don't know, spoke the truth or whatever. Had a pretty plain style that way, but
yeah, I've been listening to like a lot of Bill Hicks and Doug Stanhope lately too, which make me fucking laugh.
Fuck man, even Eddie Murphy.
Oh man, my parents came up for Christmas this year, and we were sitting there, and Eddie Murphy Delirious was on Netflix, and I looked at my mom and was like, "Have you ever seen this special?" And she's like, "No." I was like, "Oh my god, we're watching this." So we watched that on Christmas, and she was in tears laughing. I'm like, "See what you're missing out on? Like this he was a fucking genius back in the day. So funny."
Fuck, that's when he's wearing the red leather jacket, I want to say.
Is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah, that one's fucking phenomenal. Yeah.
Wasn't he pretty young when he was when he did that one, or is that, I don't know. I know he was really young when he got on SNL.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Early 20-ish. He had to be in his like 22, I think, when he did that.
Well, he's probably on his like third or fourth wife by then too, or something. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we got you.
There we go.
Oh yeah, you froze there. I'm like, oh shit, that joke really bombed.
Fuck man, I'll bomb all day long. It's all good.
Oh yeah.
We have a couple buddies in the stand-up sphere, so after we'll talk to you about getting in touch with them if you want to do more open rooms for sure.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I'd love to like hone that craft and like that's like something I'm gonna like take up as like a serious hobby. And if it goes somewhere, then hell yeah. If not, then at least you get into a pretty solid community. Like all those guys I've met up here so far, I've met like what's the one? Will Hannigan is his name.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen him. He's funny.
Yeah, and then Steve McGovern. I've met him and like kind of been talking with those fellas, and like they've been nothing but helpful. They've just been like, here man, here's another room, here, try here. So it's a pretty sick community to get involved in, that's for sure.
It's kind of been our experience, just 1,000-foot view from it, but that seems to be like a very supportive, like I mean, we even had 5 guys come out and do a room for us just for our like we did like a sober October. So they came out and did the after party for us, and they blew the house apart. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a cool community. I thought it was going to be harder to get my toes in the water. Like I didn't know, like I don't know really the social norms or anything of like a local arts kind of deal. I've never really got my foot in that kind of door before, but yeah, it's been like everybody's been super rad, and all the like local comics are just like, when they see it, like I've only been to like 2 places, but they recognize, like it was the second time I went in at Grindstone, they recognize me and they're like, oh, hey dude, fuck, good on you for trying, and like, are you doing it again? I'm like, yeah, oh fuck yeah, that's awesome. So it's cool to like meet some dudes like that, and even like chicks like that here in the city.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got a platform too where you can almost even test content and shit, just even on your like Instagram story or whatever. I think that'd do crazy well for sure.
Yeah, that's like Because like I was kind of yapping with them a little bit about it, and I'm like, do you guys do like a lot of online stuff? Like, do you get like skits and shit like that? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, I just mentioned to him like what I did, and I was like, dude, I'm more than willing to like do some skits or make some comedy with you guys or give you a hand. You know, like doing some blog posts about your stand-up sets and shit like that to help you get your outreach bigger.
Yeah, most definitely. I didn't realize how fucking big skits are on Instagram, but there's like a lot of the guys with millions of followers or whatever, they just do fucking skits all day long, and it's insane.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like a lot of those like really, really funny skits like that Trevor Wallace you see that does like the dad's and like he's a stand-up comic out of LA, and like you see all those guys and like they're having great success with it. Great success.
Yeah, I was going to say Trevor Wallace because he actually, I didn't even know he was a stand-up comic. Like I had seen his skits. Then he came to Rick Bronson's at West Ed, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy does stand-up comedy. But in theory, that'd be a good way to grow it, I think, right? So, and I don't know, it's surprising how many of those guys do stand-up, or that's kind of their day job, if you will. So.
Yeah, I imagine he's clocking in a few dollars off that AdSense, though.
Oh yeah, we'll get there one day, but
is that still the gold standard, AdSense, or fuck?
Yeah,
with YouTube.
Yeah, I guess with YouTube, it's just kind of all interlinked now. So.
Yeah, like I just kind of started monetizing all my my content online, and like I don't make a lot. Like in a month, I maybe make like $200, but it's whatever. It's an extra $200. There's your beer fund for the month.
There you go.
There you go, man. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I just started monetizing it and like and whatever rather than not. So it's a couple extra bucks, but it's like, especially with their community guidelines and like how their platform is, it's tough to like really make money. Like it has to be like super kid friendly, no cussing, and you know, no sexual shit. They really cracked it. Everything's fun. Fucking liberals.
Yeah. That's not exactly the Danger Cats way. So.
No. They don't like our kind.
So I guess what's kind of next for Danger Cats as a whole, as a channel, as a brand?
That's a good question.
in a executive summary format.
I guess it's just more so like before we were kind of like before it was kind of a shit show. Like I was just being a fucking idiot. Like we were just doing a ton of drugs and drinking and not taking it very serious. Or like now I've like cleaned up my act. I'm not shit faced all the time. I like completely kicked like doing a bunch of drugs and really focusing in on like where we want to be. Like I would like this to be more of like a sustainable living rather than a sustainable brand, rather than just a flash in the pan. So it's trying to like see what's coming as well, like content wise, like what do we do that, and like instead of like guessing, it's more calculated guesses by like really looking at our analytics and like who's watching our stuff, what age group, where they're from, what their interests are, instead of just being like, okay, let's go out and do the most wild, craziest shit we possibly can, and that gets 2,000 views, where you do something like me sitting in a pickup just making fun of something, and that gets 80,000 views. So it's like we're taking a little more of a calculated approach to it, rather than before like the previous guys that were with me, we were just kind of throwing darts at the wall. Where now working with people with data science and actual knowledge of the internet, it's helped tremendously, because we've so it's been it's finding like those kind of little niches inside our niche and creating the content around that. If that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that makes tons of sense. And that's pretty insightful for any would-be YouTubers and stuff out there too, even so.
It's funny, like you watch, like it's so crazy to think that YouTube is now considered a career choice, and like that's like the sought after thing for kids. It's such a strange thing to me, but like it's weird because like you can always see through people's bullshit. Almost, it's like, you know what I mean, when you're trying to find something that you're not, and you're just trying to just do it for the clout, as the kids say. You can, like, where once I just started like honing in on like what I like and like what I find funny and just shooting the shit on like the humor that I have, I noticed like a substantial growth with our channel, just like being true to myself more so than some fake fuck. Like
True.
That's dope. Yeah. One of our buddies is a teacher, and he said the two careers that kids are saying they want to be now is a YouTuber or a professional gamer.
I could see that, man. Yeah. And you know what's crazy is like you see these parents being like, fuck, I don't want my kid to be a gamer or a streamer. And it's like, do you realize like some of these kids are like 14, 15 years old? Like, what did that kid win that Fortnite tournament and won, like, what was it, like $2 million, $3 million?
Insane,
that's some
man.
life-changing money right there. Like, yeah. You're not going to see kids fucking lacing up skates anymore. They're going to be playing NHL on fucking Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. Playing NHL. Yeah.
Everybody's just fat, but they're e-athletes. So
yeah, it's like honestly. That movie WALL-E. Remember WALL-E? How like all the people are like fat in the chairs.
Yeah.
We're getting dangerously close to that, man. So
yeah, no kidding.
Shit.
This is the start of it all, man. Stay home.
This is where it begins. Coronavirus quarantine. Man, I've had a couple clients who have like teenage kids, and they either like tell me they like make YouTube videos, or the client is like, oh, we need to make sure, you know, so and so has room to shoot his YouTube videos, and Josh, do we lose you? Oh, there we go.
There I am.
Make sure we have room for so-and-so to make YouTube videos in his room or in the basement or whatever. I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
It's so strange, man. It's so fucking strange. Because, like, especially, like, are you guys messing around on TikTok?
No.
I kind of refuse. I don't know, man.
we get the tinfoil hats with that one, but yeah. Are you around there now?
Being Chinese owned?
Yeah, pretty much. Nailed it.
Yeah, no, an app like that is crazy because it's like turning kids into like overnight celebrities. It's fucking nuts, man.
It's true.
I don't know if that's healthy for society, but hey, somebody's fucking making money off of it, so they don't give a fuck.
It's fucking true.
Right?
Are you on there? Or?
Yeah, I started messing around on it just to see, and like the Chinese can have my information. I'm zero threat to them. I've noticed, like, man, like I threw up just me kind of pissing around just to see on some stupid shit, and like I get more views on there than I do on any other platform. It's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah, like I'll throw up a TikTok video of even a snippet of my podcast, and that'll get like 20K views on it sometimes, 30K views, and I don't have a massive following on there.
Damn, yeah, that's yeah, shit, eh?
Right? Like,
might have to sell our souls, Josh, here.
I'm gonna start speaking Chinese, Tommy. We can do this.
Yeah, like, fuck. It's annoying, though. You'll get annoyed with it because there's like some 18-year-old, 20-year-old girl, that Charlie D'Amelio. Have you heard of her before?
I haven't.
She's got like, fuck, man, 40 million followers on this app, and like, man, she only started doing this shit like 6 months ago, and it's just some white girl doing like stupid dances.
Doing the little dances, yeah.
And it's just like, it looks like your drunk auntie dancing at a wedding.
Sorry, you said she's 18, right?
18, maybe.
Is she attractive?
I'm not going to comment because I don't know her age.
Okay, fair enough. But I can see maybe why she's getting the views.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. That's the problem too with TikTok, because like on Instagram there's all the repost accounts, but like, you know, it's a younger demographic, and you see like what might be perceived as a good-looking chick, and you're like, I don't even want to risk it, man. So
yeah, oh dude, yeah, that's a slippery slope, man. These 13-year-olds who get you 20 years.
Okay, well, she's not 18, boy. She's 15, so.
Oh, okay. Shit, yeah.
She's 15 years old.
I shit you not. That's literally the first search when you search her name is Charlie D'Amelio, age 15.
But like, you know the meme where it's like, 15-year-olds when I was 15, 15-year-olds now, and it's like
so different, man.
Dude, there's no awkward stage, man. They skipped it.
Yeah, you need that shitty awkward stage.
Dude, when we were in high school, the girls didn't know how to do their fucking makeup, and it looked like some goth fucking concert. Like, it just... They didn't have style. Like, it was like they wore the DC fucking shoes that were oversized. There was none of this shit, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
DC shoes. Oh, man. Throwback.
Right?
The dudes are awkward till they're 27 now.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's this weird imbalance, so.
Right? Like, fuck, everybody's so socially awkward now. Can only talk to a live stream.
yeah, exactly. Can't meet in person.
Oh, it's strange, man. We live in a strange world.
Fuck, man. I see that all the time where it's like these people, like on Instagram, and they can just, they can do their videos, and then when you meet them in person, you're like, what happened? Like, you can't talk.
Yeah, they can exude a person. That's what I mean. Like, so many fake fuckers out there that exude this personality that they're not, and then they come on, you can meet them in person, and they're just like, oh, no, that's just a character I play. I guess I'm kind of a fuckhead, too, like that. Like, the whole Uncle Hack thing. Like, I'm not out there, shit-faced all the time.
No, man, I saw your shit, and I was like, this guy's a smart dude. He definitely is a smart dude.
Yeah. I can, as marketers, I can tell what you're doing for sure. So yeah, but actually, for curiosity's sake, where'd the name Hack come from? Is that?
Oh, I've had that.
Is there a good nickname story to that, or what? Or just a childhood thing, or what?
Yeah. I've probably had that nickname since I was like 2 years old, 3 years old, and I got it from the old wrestler Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I used to hit my cousin, Hooven is his nickname, and I used to hit him with like mini sticks and shit like that. And one of my old man's friends was like, hey, he's kind of like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And so Hacksaw just came. And then like the whole Uncle Hack thing was just like, when I was coming up here to work, I'd do my hitch and then come back home to Tabor. And then I would always joke and be like, Daddy's coming home, or Uncle's in the house, or something stupid to the boys to like round the troops so we could go fucking hit the piss. But so then I was just like, I always thought it was funny because like, man, I've got some pretty far out there uncles, and like they just say the most outlandish shit. So I'm like, oh man, I'm just gonna fucking be like this weird idiot that just thinks he's his uncle for everybody.
I like it. It works. Yeah, together.
I'm just writing notes here.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can tell Josh is writing something. Give a point there, Josh, or what?
We got pages of notes, boys. There we go. Tom told me to do my homework, so. Were you on a point there, Josh, or? No, I was just showing you how many fucking notes I got on this fucking podcast already, man. I got notes on like
gold here. Nothing but gold.
Fuck yeah, man. I talked about Shadowbanning, Edmonton area, UFC fighter ? Diddly. We got notes for days. We're good here.
Shit. What are we almost at about time? How's everyone doing here?
Yeah, we're at 25, so an hour 15.
Oh, okay. Shit. Well, yeah, man. I mean, unless you have like a really wild and out there story you want to bless the Long and Hard fans with before we go.
Oh man. Give me a topic and I'll be able to tell you something. Off the hip here.
let's go either. Sorry, what were you going to say, Josh?
I was going to see oil field story for sure.
Yeah.
A story from the patch.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
On shift or off?
You choose, but probably on
Dealer's
shift
choice.
is my guess.
When I first moved up here, it was funny because like I used to work in a oil field supply store, and it was a shit show. It was the funnest fucking job. It was like my boss just pounded liquor all day long, and like me and my cousin who even worked there, and it was just, man, it was the most fucked up prank war you've ever seen in your life. And like anytime you swung in there, it was like a hangout / pick up your parts place. So it's not, I'm not entirely in the patch at the end, but it's bad. I don't know if you know what sight glass is, but it's like a tube, and you can use it, and you can see your fluid run through. You'll fit it in some of your piping, so that way you can see your fluid.
Yep.
You can fit a thumbtack in that fucker perfect, and if you shoot it, it's like a fucking dart. So we'd have like those going on, and then like I did the classic put a bar of soap in his drink one time, and then like he damn near killed me with an elbow. This thing was like it's considered a 4,000-pound elbow for pressure wise. So and it was like a 3-inch, and these things are like heavy malleable steel, like fucking metal. I put this fucking bar of soap in his drink, and he drank this thing down. He goes, "Did you guys spray some fragrance in this thing?" And he's drinking it. Finally pulls out this nasty bar of soap that people have been using. I'm pretty sure there's like a pube on it or some shit. And he fucking hummed this fucking elbow while I was shitting through the door, and it just smashed through the door and smashed into the wall. And I'm like, "Oh, dude, you could have killed me, man. Like, what are you doing?" The one time they bet me, we had a paintball gun there, and he's like, "Let me shoot you point blank, and I'll give you $200." I'm like, "Fuck, I'm short on rent, homie. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm in." And so fucking, man, he cranked the fucking pressure up on that thing and hit me with it. I had a bruise for like 2 weeks, probably like that big, the size of a grapefruit, and just hurt to walk. So it's like, well, if we give you another 400, can we like stand you up and like put you back against that wall and just pump about 50 at you? I'm like, fuck yeah, where's the money? Give me the fucking money. Yeah, it was a wild house, man. There was so much fun there. And then I went from that, and then I moved up here, and I worked in an office with like 4 guys on the brink of retirement, and like they didn't like doing anything, and it's like, okay, well, go drive around and just check wells all day. I'm like, man, this is just a different pace of life. Like, I'm going fucking crazy. So then I just decided to bust out the GoPro and do Danger Cat videos.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There she is.
Yeah, that's pretty well it. Yeah. It's fucking... That's her.
Nice, my dude.
Oh yeah. You, because I'm a fan of the Stripper podcast, and I would say of strippers in general, do you have any good stories from that you're allowed to share with us? And they seem to know you pretty well, so.
Yeah. Let me think here. Usually when I'm in the club here in the city, I don't get too like crazy, but like I do get shit faced, and I try not to act like an asshole. Maybe I have a few times, but yeah. What's a crazy strip club story? Usually when we're out of town, like because a bunch of clubs kind of hired us, and we were going around, and we just get fucking smashed. But oh man, yeah. I'm trying to think. Nothing too crazy. Actually, in Fort Mac, there was some kid that had a dirt bike in the back of his truck, and I'm like, man, you won't do a wheelie down Main Street. You're too big of a pussy. And fuck, he didn't take that lightly, man. There was he had that dirt bike unloaded and fucking catwalking up and down the street in no time. It was like, oh, right on. Cool. It was like, then I was trying to convince some dudes into like, well, if we kind of fucking start stacking pallets around, maybe you think you'd be able to jump the box of a truck. So I was trying to throw that idea around, but it got shut down pretty quick. It's like, let's fucking amp this up a little here.
Oh fellas. Yeah, egging it on.
Yeah, no, we've met a few peelers in our time now.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
So it probably needs no explanation, but where can the people find you?
My personal one, you can find me at Uncle Hack 69 on Instagram, Facebook, all the regulars. Every other social platform is Danger Cat 69 on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. What else are we running? I'm gonna try my hand at live streams, so I'm gonna hop on Twitch and like whatever and try that out. But that'll be aired out to like Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch too. So we're trying to get like something going every week. I got a guy that's like really good when it comes to live stream and like the overlays and Adobe After Effects. So we're gonna set up a set and we're gonna call this show A Couple Drinks with Uncle Hack, where we're just gonna surf the web and look for fucking crazy shit and laugh at it.
That's a good idea.
Awesome. I like it. Good stuff, man. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you jumping on with us, and we'll have to have you back when we're back in the studio.
Yeah, once the zombie outbreak is done, then hopefully, you know, the thousands and thousands of people that'll be murdered from this viral disease.
Hopefully,
I'm joking.
Hopefully, society's still intact and podcasts still exist. So,
yeah, before they take the internet from us too.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, my man.
No problem, man. Thank you.